Okay, so welcome to 73 Questions with UCL students. Can you introduce yourself and tell me what you study?
I'm George and I study psychology and language sciences.
Okay, great. And what do you like most about studying at UCL?
Definitely the portico.
Oh yeah, it looks really good right now. And do you feel supported by your department for your academics?
Yeah, definitely. There's a personal tutor that we can meet pretty much anytime we want.
Okay, and what's the best piece of advice then that you've received from a professor?
It seems small, but making sure you attend all your lectures.
And are there any internship opportunities through your department?
Yeah, there are quite a few. Particularly with my course, we got an internship at a nursery.
Oh wow, what'd you do there?
We did like psychological observations of kids.
Oh, interesting. And what's the most unique project then that you've worked on for class?
We got to cut open a real human brain.
That sounds so scary. And would you say you feel a connection to Jeremy Bentham or the BT Tower?
Definitely the BT Tower. Apparently, the song Fix You by Coldplay is based on the BT Tower.
Oh my god, I've heard that rumor too, and I totally believe it. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions.
No worries.
Okay, bye-bye.
See ya.
Wow, yeah, Portico really does look nice. I guess they're getting ready for Welcome Week. All the new students coming to uni is always like a fun time. Yeah, let's go to the main library. We can see if there's any cool books to check out. Do you mind answering some questions for the 73 video?
No, I don't mind at all.
Oh, perfect. Can you just introduce yourself then and what you study?
I'm Kin and I studied comparative literature at UCL.
Oh, okay. And what percentage of your modules were mandatory versus optional?
For me, half of my modules were mandatory and the other half were optional, and that's really good because you get to study a really wide range of things that you probably didn't think you would get to study. And I think that's the case for most people doing arts and humanities.
And how has your perspective of your field evolved then since you've started here?
It's changed in the way that I realize that it's a lot more broad and very interdisciplinary, and there's lots of components involved into just one subject.
Okay, I see. And if you could change one thing about the academics at UCL, what would it be and why?
Probably encourage people to go to classes more, because you definitely still need to go to classes in first and second year, even though you think that it might not help you in your final year.
Yeah, attendance is really important. And what would you say is the best book you've read for your degree?
For me, it was The Vegetarian. It's written by a Korean author, and it was just about a woman's departure from hierarchical structures such as like the patriarchy and androcentrism and things like that. And it was really good.
And what was the coolest class you've had?
The coolest class I've had was a module called Black Europe, taught by this really, really brilliant teacher called Jeff Bowersox. And it sort of was almost like a history class in a sense, because we were learning about Black history and how Europe's sort of approach to history can be really flawed, and it was really interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I learned about that a lot in my courses as well. And what was your dissertation on then?
My dissertation was Shakespeare focused. I focused on Ophelia and Lady Macbeth in the plays Hamlet and Macbeth, and just sort of how they had been presented and reimagined throughout history and visual culture.
Okay, well, thank you so much for answering these questions.
No problem.
I'll catch you later. Bye. Okay, now we're just going to go to the Japanese Gardens, which is on the way to Student Center. Oh, there's some writing over here in Japanese. Maybe we can ask him what he's doing? Hi!
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. We're doing a video right now for UCL. Would you mind participating?
Why not? Let's have a shot at it.
Okay, great. Can you introduce yourself and what you study?
My name is Rehan and I'm currently studying human geography and I'm going to my final year.
Okay. And what's your favorite spot near campus?
Near campus, it's a dessert shop called The Milkman, which is right near to Euston Square.
Okay. And where would you spend most of your time on campus?
Funnily enough, we're walking into the student center where I spend most of my time in B2, which is 2 floors down. And usually I spend most of my time here to meet with my friends and pray when it's most convenient to.
Is there a prayer room downstairs?
Yes.
Okay. And which UCL cafe or catering do you visit the most?
Most of the time it's Wilkins, next to Wilkins Terrace, which is a lower refectory.
And how often do you come to campus as a home student?
I say quite often, usually to go to societies and events and to go to lectures and meet my friends at UCL. Using this place as a central spot to meet.
Got you. And sorry, wait, who is this over here?
Oh, right over here. Oh,
yeah.
That's Jeremy Bentham, Big Brother.
Oh, Big Brother, got you. And then, does UCL promote a sense of belonging and community among its students?
I believe so. As again, there's so many societies you can join. For example, I've joined the UCL PACSOC and ISOC, where I've contributed and helped and made a lot of friends over there.
Okay.
Along with my department, hosting like a welcome gathering in first year, which I met many friends that I'm with today. For example, I met my best friend called Alex over there.
Then one last question. How close is campus to major attractions in London?
Let's see. So with a 30-minute train ride via the London Underground, to name a few, there's the Big Ben, there's London Eye, and there's like London Bridge.
Okay, so everything's pretty accessible, you'd say?
I say so. London is, again, one of the biggest cities in the world and is known for this, and the most globalized city, you can say, because of how easy to access everything is.
Got you. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.
You too. Goodbye.
So why don't we go towards the Print Room Cafe now? Campus actually has a lot of different cafes. Well, there's someone drinking coffee over here, so maybe we can ask her some questions. Hi.
Hi.
Do you mind answering some questions for UCL 73 video?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Can you just introduce yourself and what you study?
Yes, so my name is Ulliana and I'm just going into my 3rd year of doing medicine.
Okay, and are you in any sports here?
Yes, so I do Rams tennis. I'm the treasurer, so that takes up quite a lot of my time. And sometimes I also do yoga and dance.
And can you tell me about your experience playing sports?
Yes, so I've loved the social and the competitive aspect of it. We have matches twice a week, trainings twice a week, but we also have weekly sports nights, which is great for making the team bond all together.
And where do you usually practice?
So our competitive squad usually trains near Notting Hill, and our social matches are in Parliament Hill and Hampstead Heath.
And what do you enjoy about playing sports at UCL?
So my favorite thing is probably the opportunity to meet like-minded people, but also try things that I've never been able to try before.
And what are some ways for students to stay active and healthy while at uni?
So UCL does a great job at advertising things like running, Pilates, yoga with their Project Active campaign, and they have the on-campus gym that's just £200 for the whole year, which really helps stay as active as you can, really.
Yeah, well, that sounds really helpful. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions with us.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Okay, and now we're gonna just head off campus. There's actually a really nice park nearby and also a very large Waterstones. The Gower Street Waterstones is honestly one of my favorite bookstores in London. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi!
What are you reading right now?
I was just seeing how UCL is the Times University of the Year.
Oh wow, that's quite impressive.
It is, yeah.
Well, would you mind participating in this video?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, great. Can you just start with introducing yourself and what you study?
Yeah, I'm Deepali. I'm doing a master's in analytical chemistry and I just finished my bachelor's in chemistry as well.
Very nicely done. So what societies are you in?
So in first year I made a big mistake and I decided to sign up for about 100 societies.
Oh, wow.
But I've ended up settling on the Chemical and Physical Society, which is a subject society, a few dabbles in the Yoga Society and a bit of knitting.
Okay, so you've done quite a lot then.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's really good. And how do you balance academic commitments with extracurricular activities?
That's a tricky one. I'm still figuring that one out. But I'd say if you set yourself targets, so if you're like, oh, there's this event that I really want to go to, but if I work on my project a little bit more, then maybe I'll enjoy it a bit more, then I think that helps.
That's some really good advice.
Thank you.
Wish you had told me that in first year.
Yeah, you told me that now.
And how difficult is it to gain a leadership role in the society?
I think if I can do it, anyone can. But genuinely, if you're enthusiastic and you want to help other people and do good for the society, you'll be fine.
Okay. And then what do you enjoy about your societies?
I really enjoy that they're a good chance to have interesting conversations. You meet people from different walks of life that you never thought you'd have a conversation with. And I just think that's so fascinating.
And sorry, we're dodging some trucks here.
Yeah.
But is there society at UCL that you wish existed?
I would say the Procrastination Society, because things would be so easy to plan, you know, no one would ever turn up.
So true. And I feel like there'd be a lot of members as well.
Oh, definitely. Me, number one.
And how would you say you make friends in societies?
I'd say go in knowing that you enjoy the activity, right? That's what societies are for. And then friends just come naturally, because you have a conversation, and then you sit down and you realise these are friends for life.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, thank you so much for answering these questions with us.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, I'll see you around campus.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, I think we can ask her for directions. Hi.
Hi.
Can you tell me where the archaeology building is?
Yeah, of course. It's right over here. I could bring you along with me, actually.
Okay, thank you. That'd be so helpful.
No problem.
And we're actually filming a video right now.
Oh, cool.
Would you mind answering some questions for us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. First, can you just introduce yourself and what you study?
My name's Grace, and I just finished doing my undergrad, doing psychology with education.
Okay. And what would you say is one stereotype of UCL that's actually very true?
I think, obviously, because we're known as London's #1 global university, we definitely have a very culturally diverse student population, which makes it really nice to like meet people and your social life in general at UCL. And also, we have a pretty decent work-to-life balance.
And what are some neighborhoods that are popular for UCL students to live in?
Since we're based in the center of Bloomsbury, definitely around this area, but also the borough of Camden is pretty popular as well, since it's still pretty convenient to travel from there.
And where's the London hidden gem?
I think for UCL students, there's definitely a lot to explore and discover around campus area. So for example, like Brunswick Center, and my personal favorites are probably Leo Sushi, which has really cheap eats, and Tamini around there.
Okay. And are you able to travel a lot from London?
Yeah, it's actually really convenient. Flights are super cheap, and also we have the Eurostar, which makes it really easy to get to Paris and Amsterdam, for example.
And what would you say is the best thing about living in London?
Probably that you never really get bored of the city. There's so much to explore. Like, I've been here for 3 years, and I still feel like I haven't seen enough. Just like places to see and like places to eat. You never get bored of the city, really. Yeah.
Well, that's really exciting. Well, thank you so much.
No
and
problem.
where did you say the archaeology building was?
Oh, it's actually just this building over here, just through the double doors.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Bye.
Bye.